Good morning, everyone. We wanted to take the time to give you an update on Governor Murphy's executive order, which he issued on Saturday, which tightened the restrictions on people and businesses in response to the coronavirus pandemic. So let's talk about a little of the restrictions that went through. For people, uh, New Jersey residents are required to stay at home unless they fall into one of these exceptions. Number one, obtaining goods and services from essential retail businesses, such as food, uh, gas, medicine, etc. They can go to seek necessary medical attention, social services, or assistance from law enforcement. Uh, they can visit family or other people whom they have a close personal or romantic relationships with, or if they're a caretaker. Uh, they can report to their job if their job is open. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. Uh, they can also exercise outside, walking, running, biking, provided they maintain social distance, which means a distance of at least 6 feet from any other family member, anyone other than a family member, a romantic partner, or someone that they're a caretaker for. They can leave home for educational, religious, or political reasons, and they can also leave home, well, they must leave home if directed by law enforcement. Uh, so this means that it's far from a total lockdown, but it is a significant restriction on what we normally do. Uh, Public transportation is still running. However, the executive order discourages people from taking it unless they absolutely have to, and if they do, they're required to maintain social distance of 6 feet. Uh, Gatherings and parties are canceled. Uh, that's all of them. All right, so let's talk a little bit about businesses. First, the executive order only closes non-essential retail business. So if you're a professional business, if you are a commercial business, if you are a wholesaler, the order does not, by its terms, apply to you. But let's talk a little bit and break that down. First off, retail businesses. The brick and mortar operations of all retail businesses must close unless they are expressly allowed as an essential business. So brick and mortar operations. So that means if there's a store, the store's sales must close. That doesn't mean the corporate offices can't stay open. It means that the store itself can't stay open. Essential retail businesses can stay open, but where possible, as many employees as they can should be working at home via telecommuting. So, the essential businesses that are excluded are grocery stores, farmers markets, and farms that sell directly to customers, and all other food stores, pharmacies and medical marijuana dispensaries, medical supply stores, gas stations, convenience stores such as 7-Eleven, Wawa, etc. Ancillary stores within healthcare facilities. So that would mean the gift shop in a hospital. Hardware and home improvement stores, banks and other financial institutions, laundromats and dry cleaning services, stores that sell property for children primarily under the age of 5, pet stores, liquor stores, auto mechanics, car dealership service departments, not the sales department, not the financing, but the repair facilities, printing and office supply shops, and mail and delivery shops. So that's not just the U.S. Postal Service, that's also UPS stores, FedEx, etc. The next category is restaurants and bars. Restaurants and bars can only stay open if they are giving takeout only. There's more restrictions when it comes to malls, but let's talk about the regular restaurant and bar. They're allowed to stay open but can only serve takeout. Takeout includes food. It also includes liquor, but the liquor has to be in the original package that it came in. So, for instance, a bar could sell takeout beer in bottles it could not sell a takeout mixed drink. All recreational and entertainment businesses are closed. That includes casinos, racetracks, gyms, fitness center, and fitness classes. Entertainment centers, including movie theaters, performing arts centers, and concert venues, and nightclubs. The indoor portion of shopping malls. So this is where it gets a little fuzzy on restaurants. So if a restaurant is located in a mall, if the door opens inside the mall, the restaurant has to be closed. If the restaurant door opens outside, say to the parking lot or a walkway, an outdoor walkway, it can stay open, provided that if there is a door to the inside of the mall, that door is shut and locked, and the restaurant can only stay open for takeout. Now, that's the malls like Garden State Plaza, Willowbrook. Strip malls, what that means is restaurants should be able to stay open for takeout because their doors don't open into a mall, they only open out into the street or the parking lot. All places of amusement, so that's amusement parks, aquariums, zoos, water parks, arcades, children's play centers, fun parks, funplexes, theme parks, bowling alleys, and all other family and children's attractions. Personal care services that by their very nature result in not being able to maintain social distancing. So cosmetology shops, barber shops, beauty salons, hair braiding salons, nail salons, electrology facilities, spas, which include medical and day spas. Medical spas can stay open to the extent that they provide essential, non-elective medical services. Massage parlors, tanning parlors, and tattoo parlors need to close. Public and private social clubs, including veterans organizations such as the American Legion, Veterans of Foreign Wars, and religious organizations such as the Knights of Columbus, to the extent that they're social clubs. All libraries need to close. That includes public libraries, school libraries, and college libraries. It also includes computer labs in schools and colleges. All other businesses and nonprofits that were not listed on that list can remain open. However, there are some guidelines as to what they should do. They must accommodate their workforce if the employees want to work from home and can fill their duties at home. Also, if an employee can do their work from home without interrupting the business, the company must let them work from home. There are some that cannot work from home, and there are some examples listed, and it's worth going through them. Law enforcement officers, firefighters, other first responders, cashiers or store clerks, construction workers, utility workers, repair workers, warehouse workers, lab researchers, information technology maintenance workers, janitorial and custodial staff, and some administrative staff. Schools and colleges. K through 12 are closed. The physical premises are closed. They can and are encouraged to do long distance learning through the internet. And most schools in the state are at this point doing that. They cannot open physically. In-person teaching at colleges, universities, and other institutions of higher learning are prohibited until further notice. The Department of the Office of Higher Education can grant waivers on a case-by-case basis for in-person instruction, but there's got to be a compelling reason for it, and to my knowledge so far, no waivers have been granted. There will also be provisions made for students who their primary residence, in other words, where they live, where home is on campus in campus housing. Likewise, all schools and colleges can remain open for the limited purpose of providing meals for students who rely on those meals for their food. So There are also some businesses and employment not specifically excluded from being affected by the governor's order. That's healthcare services to member of the public, uh, access to essential services for low-income residents such as food banks, newspapers, television, radio, and other media services, law enforcement agencies, and the federal government. The order also reiterates what most of us probably know, but that we are required to comply with law enforcement directives. And it gives law enforcement more discretion to close any area that is essential, that they deem essential. So, for instance, if they think that it's essential to close a particular road, to close off a particular neighborhood, to close a particular store or business, as long as there's a compelling reason, they can do that, and members of the public are required to comply. If you have any questions, give us a call, 973-890-0004, or email us at info@esqnj.com. That's info@esqnj.com, or 973-890-0004. We're open for business and here to help. Thank you.